Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into the life of Pedro Rodrigues Filho, one of Brazil's most infamous figures. From a troubled childhood to a controversial YouTube career, his life story is one that leaves a lasting impact. Over the years, Pedro's actions have sparked debates and discussions worldwide. His journey from a notorious criminal to a YouTube personality is both shocking and intriguing. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's get into it. Early life and family background. Pedro Rodrigues Filho, often referred to as Pedrinho Matador, was born in 1954 in Santa Rita do Sapucaí, a small town in Brazil. His upbringing was anything but ordinary. Born into a life of violence, his father was an abusive figure, and his mother was often on the receiving end of this aggression. This toxic environment shaped Pedro's early years, creating deep-seated anger and a skewed view of justice. At the age of 13, Pedro experienced a moment that would foreshadow his future. During a heated argument with an older cousin, Pedro pushed him into a sugarcane press, nearly causing a fatal accident. For a brief moment, Pedro contemplated leaving his cousin to die, but ultimately chose to pull him to safety. This incident marked the first time Pedro felt a dark urge, one that would grow stronger in the years to come. The seeds of his future actions were sown in these early years, setting the stage for a life that would be marked by violence and infamy. Pedro's first crime. Pedro Rodrigues Filho's path toward violence began at an early age, shaped by the harsh realities of his environment. By the time he was 14, Pedro had already experienced enough hardship and anger to take matters into his own hands, feeling a deep-seated need to fight back. His first known crime was a chilling act of retribution, a response to the injustices he perceived around him. After his father was unjustly fired from his job by a local politician, Pedro decided to take action, driven by a sense of familial duty and rage. Consumed by anger and a desire for justice, he sought out the politician and ended his life, believing it was the only way to right the wrong. This event marked the beginning of a life driven by a relentless pursuit of what Pedro saw as justice, a twisted form of retribution. His sense of right and wrong was skewed by his experiences, and he believed that those who wronged him or others deserved severe punishment, no matter the cost. This early act set the tone for his future, as he began to see himself as someone who could impose his own brand of justice in a world he viewed as filled with corruption and wrongdoing, a vigilante in his own right. Pedro's first crime was not just an act of violence. It was a statement, a declaration of his intent to fight back against perceived injustices. It showed that he was willing to go to extreme lengths to avenge those he believed had been wronged, regardless of the consequences. This was the beginning of his transformation into a figure both feared and notorious, as his life spiraled further into a series of violent acts driven by a warped sense of justice, forever altering his destiny. Most notable crimes. Pedro's life became a grim tale of vengeance, a dark journey fueled by his own sense of justice. He didn't just target random individuals. His victims were often those he believed deserved their fate. Over the years, Pedro claimed to have committed dozens of such acts, each one more shocking and brutal than the last. One of his most notable crimes occurred while he was in a correctional facility. Instead of reforming, Pedro's time behind bars only fueled his desire to continue his spree. It's reported that he took the lives of several fellow inmates, whom he deemed unworthy of redemption. His actions earned him a reputation as someone not to be crossed, even within the walls of the prison. Pedro's sense of justice extended to anyone he saw as corrupt. He was known to go after those involved in activities that he considered immoral or corrupt. This self-imposed role as judge and executioner made him both feared and notorious across Brazil. YouTube career. Following his second release from prison in 2018, Pedro Rodrigues Filho made a surprising announcement. He declared that he was retired from his past life of vigilantism. Committed to leaving his criminal activities behind, Pedro embarked on a new chapter as a YouTuber. He launched a channel called Pedrinho EX Matador, where he shared his thoughts on modern crimes, campaigned against gang violence, and urged viewers not to glorify criminal behavior. Through his videos, Pedro sought to use his past as a cautionary tale, offering insights into the dangers of a life rooted in violence and crime. His content, while controversial, served as a platform for him to advocate for change and teach others the importance of rejecting a life of crime. Over time, his channel grew, attracting a significant following. Pedro actively engaged with his audience, responding to comments and questions. The positive feedback he received encouraged him to continue sharing his message. He meticulously planned his content, ensuring each video carried a meaningful message. His success on YouTube marked a significant transformation in his life, from a feared vigilante to a voice for change. Death and legacy. Pedro Rodrigues Filho's life came to a violent end on March 5, 2023, a date that will be remembered for its tragic conclusion. At around 10 a.m., he was shot and killed by two men who fired from a car in Mogi das Cruzes, a city that now bears the scars of this violent act. The attackers quickly fled the scene in another vehicle, leaving behind a cloud of mystery and unanswered questions. To this day, no suspects have been arrested, and the reasons behind his killing remain unclear, shrouded in speculation and intrigue. His death marked the end of a life filled with violence, but it also left behind a complex legacy that continues to provoke debate. Pedro's story is a reminder of the devastating impact of a troubled childhood and the cycles of violence that can follow, often leading to tragic outcomes. Despite his attempts to reform and share his story with the world, Pedro's name will forever be associated with the crimes he committed, overshadowing his efforts at redemption. His life serves as a chilling example of how deeply rooted anger and a desire for vengeance can shape a person's destiny, often with irreversible consequences. In the end, Pedro Rodrigues Filho remains one of Brazil's most notorious figures, a man whose life was defined by the choices he made in the pursuit of his own twisted sense of justice, leaving a lasting impact on society. Pedro Rodrigues Filho's life is a story of tragedy, violence, and ultimately the human capacity for change, however flawed that change might be. His story continues to captivate and horrify, serving as a stark reminder of the darker sides of human nature. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might be interested. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious. Pedro's journey from infamy to YouTube is a testament to the complexities of human nature. His transformation, while controversial, offers a unique perspective on redemption and the power of storytelling. As we reflect on his life, we are reminded of the thin line between darkness and light and the choices that define us.